Did you know there's one world religion? Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Separation of church and state is one of the most vital components of the US Constitution. If we look at the dollar bill, it reads, Novus Ordo Seclorum. It is a Latin phrase which can be translated to a new order of the ages, or, as some have translated it, a new world order, to signify a one-world government. With the formation of organizations like NATO and the European Union, this is not looking too unlikely. But what if I were to tell you that we already have a one-world religion, and it also just happens to be the New World Order? Greetings, mortals, and capital day to you all. I'm your host, Simon. Welcome back to the Library of Gnosis. Now, before I begin, I have to warn you that this video goes quite a lot deeper into human nature than my usual videos, and more than most are comfortable with. So, if you are not ready to go into the core of human existence itself, then please click off now. Now, for you who are still here, let us continue. With an estimated 4,200 different religions in the world, how can I make the claim that there's a one world religion? Well, to answer that, we just have to look at human nature. When most people hear the word Satanism, they think of devil worship. Now, I have no doubt that people also worship so-called devils, but most people don't. You know what they do worship? Those who want to be rich, however, fall into temptation and become ensnared by many foolish and harmful desires that plunge them into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. By craving it, some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. But you, O man of God, flee from these things and pursue righteousness, goodness, faith, love, perseverance, and gentleness. 1 Timothy 6:9-11. To quote Mr. Smith,
You. Yes, me. Me too.
This is what most people worship, the ego, the lowest form of consciousness, the base, carnal instinct of survival at any cost. A dog-eat-dog world, which eventually evolves into comfort at any cost. As long as they can climb up the hierarchy, they have no problem stepping on others to get there, to get rich, to get comfort, to get power over others in the pyramid. That is the one world religion. That is Satanism for you, the worship of the ego. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. John 8:44. More for me, and less for you, is the mentality of most people, even though they would never admit it voluntarily, because admitting it would be speaking the truth, and as we see, they worship the father of lies. Most people seem to have the idea that everything that is wrong with the world is just because of the 1% of people at the top, while everybody else is, of course, just as innocent as brides. A parasite needs a host. The fact the host is too delusional to see that there's a giant leech attached to them, it's not really the leech's fault. reminds me of the story of the scorpion and the frog. To quote Wikipedia, a scorpion wants to cross a river but cannot swim, so it asks a frog to carry it across. The frog hesitates, afraid that the scorpion might sting it, but the scorpion argues that if it did, they would both drown. The frog considers this argument sensible and agrees to transport the scorpion. The frog lets the scorpion climb on its back and begins to swim. Midway across the river, the scorpion stings the frog anyway, dooming them both. The dying frog asks the scorpion why it stung despite knowing the consequences. To which the scorpion replies, "I couldn't help it, it's in my nature." It is also interesting to note the use of a scorpion in the story. The archaic symbol for the zodiac sign of Scorpio is the eagle, a very common symbol seen in war empires. Gonna leave it at that and let you make your own connections. But once you see it, it cannot be unseen. So, what do you think, mortal? Are humans in general as greedy as I described, or did I miss something? Is there really a one-world religion? Leave it down in the comment section below.
Thank you for listening. See you next time, mortal. Remember to hit that bell button to stay notified. Subscribe for more Red Pill content. Do give it a like if you enjoyed it, and feel free to share it. If you want to support my work, you can find me on Patreon at Library of Gnosis. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Bitchute at Library of Gnosis. The audio versions of my broadcasts are available on Spotify as a podcast at Library of Gnosis. Music is produced by Coda.